Hey, old man, smile for the camera, remember?
Get that thing out of my face! What are you going to do
It was
about
a freezing
it?
November
Lily!
evening in Manchester, England. The wind rushed through the narrow street as people hurried home, collars pulled tight against the cold. Every evening at exactly 6 o'clock, a 72-year-old man named Mr. Harold Thompson sat alone on the same wooden bench outside a small grocery store. He always wore a long brown coat, a flat cap, and carried a faded leather bag that looked almost as old as he was. To most people, he was invisible. To a group of local teenagers, he was entertainment. They would stand across the street, laughing and mocking him, calling out cruel jokes about his age and recording him on their phones. They posted the clips online, collecting views and laughing at the lonely old man who had nothing better to do. But what they didn't know was that inside his worn leather bag were hundreds of carefully folded letters from his late wife, Margaret. That bench wasn't just a seat, it was the last place they had sat together before she passed away 3 years earlier. For Mr. Thompson, sitting there each evening was the only way he felt close to her. One night, as the teenagers began their usual taunts, a 28-year-old woman named Emily Carter stood nearby, watching the scene unfold. She felt uncomfortable, but stayed silent, unsure whether to step in. Suddenly, the calm of the street shattered. Tires screeched loudly as a small boy, no older than 6, ran into the road, chasing his football. A speeding car turned the corner, heading straight toward him. For a split second, everyone froze in shock. Everyone except Mr. Thompson. Without thinking, the so-called weak old man leapt from the bench and sprinted into the street. He pushed the child out of the car's path just inches before it sped past. The crowd gasped. The boy's mother rushed forward, collapsing beside her son, tears streaming down her face as she thanked Mr. Thompson over and over again. He winced in pain, his arm bruised from the fall, but he simply nodded gently. The teenagers stood there in stunned silence, their phones still in their hands, but no one laughed this time. Emily ran to him and asked why he would risk his life like that. Mr. Thompson gave a soft, fragile smile and said, "I may be old, but I'm not useless, and no child deserves to grow up without a second chance." His voice trembled as he added that he had once lost his own 7-year-old son in an accident, a day he could never forget. "I couldn't save him," he whispered. The entire street fell silent, heavier than the winter air around them. The next morning, something unexpected happened. The same teenagers returned to the bench, but this time they carried cups of hot tea.
I can't do this anymore.
One of them quietly
Hey, wait,
apologized.
what's wrong?
Within days, a different video went viral. Not the one where they mocked him, but the one where he saved a life. The caption read, "Respect the elderly. You never know their story." And from that day forward, Mr. Thompson no longer sat alone. Sometimes all it takes is one brave act to remind the world that behind every quiet face is a powerful story waiting to be understood. If this story touched your heart, remember to value the people around you, because kindness at any age can change everything.